this time, please rise as you are able and remove your hats. Here to perform our national anthem, representing Heart Shot Ministry in Davenport, Iowa, please welcome Zach Wilson and Sean Algaya.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, o'er the home of the brave.
What a job, Zach Wilson and Sean Algaya. What a job, just beautiful. And now, once again, I'd like to welcome on the field of play, this is the president of the Vegas Shoot, Mr. Bruce Cull.
Okay, everybody, once again, welcome to the 58th annual 2024 Vegas Shoot. Everybody out there watching us, welcome to this event. We're very excited. We've got a great show for you tonight. We've got more shoot-offs than we've had in quite a long time, so you're gonna have some action-packed shooting. To get started, I hope you've all been able to take notice of the banner that we have over in the corner here. At this time, I would like to introduce to you, even though he doesn't need an introduction, Mr. Greg Easton. Come on out, Greg. Oh, yeah. Greg said to make sure we don't block the logo. Okay, no, good job. Say, what I want to tell everybody, I've got a very quick history. You know, there's times when we have to pay attention to where we are and how we got there. And Greg's been a part of that, but the real part of it is his father. Behind us, you can see Jim Easton. I'm sure I don't have to tell anybody who he is, who he was, but we're gonna do a little tribute tonight. But I wanna tell you a story because I don't think many people know this short story. Is Jay Bars in this room? Eric Watts in this room? If you are, yell loud, because I know you have loud voices. You're not, okay. In 1999, they had a meeting with Greg's father, Jim, and most people aren't aware that the Vegas Shoot for probably 15 years prior to 99, 2000 was pretty much run by a company that Jim helped to facilitate and keep it going. Well, I got a call. I don't remember the date, but I know it was April. And Jim said, hey, could you be in Salt Lake City? And I said, sure, what's this about? And he goes, I want to talk about the Vegas Shoot. Well, 24 hours later, the Vegas Shoot was sold to the NFAA for $1. And Jim said, you know, I want you to keep this going because we've gone from 1,300 down to 500. And he said, you just had 1,000 people at your national indoor. And I said, cool, let's see what we can do. And you know, Greg, you were part of all that back then, and we just have to give a good tribute.
Well, thank you, Bruce. I wish I would have been there at that meeting, but thank you, Bruce. You know, my dad did a lot during his life, but one of the things he did great at is having a vision for things, or really picking out people that have a vision. And Bruce had that vision. He was known for running good events, known for making things happen. If anybody's ever worked for Bruce, you know how he works. And it really takes someone with a vision like Bruce to take what you were given for a buck and turn into this. It took your vision, your team, Bruce, but then also all of you here, all the archers. You need to keep coming to these events to make them successful, and we really appreciate what you've done, Bruce, but also for my dad. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg. At this time, I would like to... At this time, I would like to have a short video that we've got on Jim Easton and a good tribute to him.
Jim Easton served as World Archery President from 1989 through 2005, was a member and Vice President of the International Olympic Committee, and was most instrumental in developing the modern formats of the sport that we see today. Jim was a businessman, a philanthropist, a friend to many, who dedicated his time and energy to helping others, particularly in this sport which he loved so much, through the Easton Foundations, of which he leaves a lasting legacy, and thankfully through his family, Greg, his siblings, his grandchildren, so many others that he has left behind. At this time, we ask that you please join us in a moment of silence to honor the life and legacy of Jim Easton. Thank you, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the rules of the Vegas Shoot. Championship division, including championship young adult ties for first, second, and third place will be determined by the highest total score from all 3 days of competition, not counting X's. All competitors tied with the same high score at the end of today will compete in a shoot-off to determine the final places. The shoot-off will include one practice end followed by end sudden death. The first end will be scored with regular scoring, followed by scoring where only the X ring scores 10 points. After each end, only those athletes still tied with the highest score will continue in the shoot-off. All athlete placements in the tournament, other than first, second, or third, will be determined by the order in which they drop out of the shoot-off. If more than one athlete drops out of the shoot-off in the same end, those archers will be placed based on their total score and X count of all 3 days, including the score and X's accumulated in the shoot-off. All other ties for flights and championships will be broken by the highest score and highest X count. Ties remaining after X count will equally split the combined payoff of the tied positions. Up first, we have 6 out of 9 divisions where our champion has already been determined. Most of them are with us here tonight, and let's welcome these winners now. The winner of the championship recurve young adult division representing Chinese Taipei, Feng Yushu. The winner of the championship recurve female division representing the Republic of Korea, Lim Duna. The winner of the championship recurve male division from the state of Montana, Brady Ellison. The winner of the championship barebow recurve open division from the state of Idaho, John Chip Heffelfinger. The winner of the championship compound senior female division from the state of Illinois, Roberta Christopher. The winner of the championship compound senior division from the state of West Virginia, give it up for Keith Terrell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our champions.
I might just add, Brady Ellison, 10th Vegas Championship. Keith Trail, 5. 1 for all of you. All right, you got more to come. Another big round of applause. Thank you all and
Congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the championship recurve young adult division, competing for second place, from the state of Arizona, please welcome Abigail Kipps. And from the state of Texas, Matthew Parmenter. For the championship barebow recurve open division, competing for third place, from the state of Wyoming, Daniel Collins. And from the state of Wisconsin, Brian Way. In the championship compound senior division, competing for second place, from the state of Oregon, Bill Drake. And representing Sweden, World Outdoor Indoor Field World Champion Morgan London. In the championship compound female division, we have 5 athletes competing for 3rd place. And then later this evening, we will have a one-on-one shoot-off between Tanya Galantine and Ella Gibson to decide 1st place. But for right now, competing for 3rd place, from the state of New Jersey, welcome Olivia Dean. From the state of California, Paige Pierce. Representing Mexico, Daphne Quintero. Representing Italy, Elisa Roner. From the state of Arizona, Alexis Ruiz. Each competitor will receive a practice end before the sudden death shootouts begin. On target 2A, it's Abigail Kipps and Matthew Parmenter. They're shooting for the championship recurve young adult category. On target number 5, it's Daniel Collins of Wyoming and Brian Way of Wisconsin, shooting for the championship barebow recurve. Bill Drake and Morgan London are shooting it out for the championship compound senior. We've got a full packed house for the ladies' side of the field in championship compound to decide 3rd place. Alexis Ruiz, Olivia Dean, Paige Pierce, Elisa Runner, Daphne Quintero, and they're on targets 11, 12, and 13. And we're back to Bruce.
All right, competitors, we are ready. You've all heard the rules. This will be your first official and only practice end. The clock will start and stop you. Archers to the line.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Greg White, sitting alongside 2023 Vegas champ Chris Schaff. Chris, it's really good to have you in the booth. Sorry you're not out there shooting later on today, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? It's Vegas.
It is. I mean, Vegas is Vegas, and it's just a crazy atmosphere to be around. And you know, I was lucky enough to win it last year, so I'll give someone else a turn this year.
So here we are, Chris. We have a couple of matches on deck for you to be precise. We have compound recurve young adult. They're shooting for 2nd place. Compound barebow recurve open category in 3rd place. Then we have the championship compound senior for 2nd place, and then of course the 5 women that are shooting for 3rd place. Chris, give us a little insight as to how far we're shooting and what target face are we shooting at.
Yeah, we're shooting at 20 yards. We're going to shoot 3 arrows. Over here on the recurve side and the barebow side, they are shooting the single spot 40 centimeter Vegas target. So they can shoot all 3 of theirs, obviously at one spot. If you look over here at the compound side, they're going to shoot the same size 40 centimeter, but it's a 3-spot configuration, 1 arrow in each target. Reason for that is, you know, they're shooting the middle out of the middle, so they don't want to, you know, ruin arrows, get glance outs, kind of deal like that.
On the left-hand side, Lundin from Sweden finished 2nd way back in 2005, I believe, at the Riviera. Of course, this tournament, 58 years in the making, and our final year at the South Point Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas. And later on in this broadcast, we're going to tell you where the tournament is going to be moving to. And rumor has it, Chris, that it might be moving dates as well.
Yeah, it could be going a little bit later in the year, maybe swapping NFA Indoor Nationals and Vegas around a little bit. I don't think it's a bad call, but you know, we'll see with the numbers next year.
Yeah, for sure. We do know the rumor is it's going to the strip, but stay tuned and find out where this shoot's going, because with a record attendance of 4,491 shooters, and Chris, you've been coming to Vegas for a long time. I've been coming here. I have never seen this 3,000 person arena so packed with people behind us. It's an impressive evening.
Yeah, most of the seats are full, and there's actually a lot of people standing up on the balcony because there's enough seats for anybody or everybody.
All right, so Abigail on the right and Matthew on the left, Arizona and Texas. That's compound recurve young adult.
And this will be the first scoring end, so.
First end of scoring. And if you're not familiar with the barebow community, every now and then you'll just hear barebow, barebow.
Yeah, and this end here being the first one for scoring is going to be the normal size 10 ring is what they are shooting for. After this end, if it's still tied, we will then go to the Baby X as the 10 ring.
So that was Matthew and Abigail's targets. Those are the championship recurve young adults that are battling for second place and, of course, second and third.
I'm looking over here at target number 12, Paige Pierce. It looks like she actually missed her first arrow out of the Big Ten. I don't have binoculars on me, but
there you go.
It does seem that she does have one, yep, out left. So
focusing on the barebow recurve, columns and way. You can see red in that area was 9.
It looked like Way shot 3 very good arrows there.
And so on targets number 2 and 3, it looks like a 27 score for Kipps. And we're still waiting. So it's still 32 seconds left on the shot clock, and we have one shooter who is Matthew.
Yeah, and he does need to hit this 10 ring here, so to force it to a second end unofficially. It's just left there.
Got the 9. Columns and Way 23-28 unofficially. So we'll wait to see what the judges have to say as we go down. And Bruce Call is going to have our information.
Contradiction, this is just regular scoring. Kipps, 27. Parmenter, 26.
Abigail Kipps taking third place for the championship recurve young adult.
So, as you all know, this is sudden death. Our winner is Abigail Kipps. Give her a big round of applause. Columns, 24. And Way, 28. Once again, give a big round of applause to, what's his first name? Brian Wade.
Wisconsin's Brian Way taking third place for the championship barebow recurve open category. Over on target 8, one of the world's most accomplished archers in history, Morgan London of Sweden. With
Drake, 30. London, 30. They will stay tied and shoot again.
Yep. Morgan London, one of the world's most accomplished competitors with titles in
Ruiz, 30. Dean, 30. Pierce, 29. Roner, 30. Quintero, 30. Give a big round of applause to Paige Pierce. She's been eliminated.
All right, so in the compound recurve young adult, Abigail Kipps earns second place with that 27-point score. Matthew Parmenter is in third place in his division. And in the championship barebow recurve open division, it was Brian Way who wraps up third, and Daniel Collins would be in fourth place. In the championship compound senior division, we're all tied up with Bill Drake and Morgan Lundin. And then in the compound championship female division, of the 5 that began, Paige Pierce is the first one out. And the rest of those athletes, Ruiz, Dean, Roner, and Quintero, all with 30. So they'll continue to shoot. So there is Abigail in second place. So she won her match. And now we got her second place. Fong Yu Zhu from Chinese Taipei was the winner in the championship recurve young adult category. So that was for second place. All right, so now we only have 2 matches of the 4 we began with. It's down to championship compound senior and championship compound female. And keep in mind, for the female division, this is for third place. The top 2 in that class are going to come out and shoot a little later on. Ella Gibson and Tanya Gelling a perfect 900s and are tied up to decide who will be 2023 Vegas champion.
In our championship senior class, this is a second place shoot off, as Keith Trail won it outright earlier today. So this will be second and third place here shooting right now.
And how are we scoring, Chris?
We are scoring the baby X as a 10 now. So
Okay.
the whole rest of the yellow is going to be 9. World archery scoring kind of deal.
So it looks like for a moment there, Drake hit the bottom of the X ring, which is the only part of the target that counts as 10.
And on the women's side over here, I can see Elisa Roner and Alexis Ruiz have both dropped as well.
So with the way that this works, it doesn't really matter what the high score is. It matters that you tie the high score to keep things going. And if you shoot below the high score, then you're going to be eliminated. Or in this case, for these 2 archers that are shooting for second and third place, whoever has the higher score in one of these ends. Ooh. Lundin, look at target number 3 for him. Looks like that one's out
left. It is a big 9 out left, Vegas scoring wise, but it scores the same exact as if it was a millimeter out.
Yeah,
because,
right. Yeah.
Because the X ring is now the 10.
Yep. Championship compound senior class is for ages 50 and up. In case you're curious.
I'm looking at the women's side over here, and it looks like Daphne has one close one, but everybody else has dropped one. So that close arrow could be the deciding factor there.
All right, so Bruce Call just said that Bill Drake on the right part of your screen has 30. And we know from that one arrow, looks like it's going to be 29. 28 for Morgan Lundin. And so for Bill Drake, he earns second place in the compound senior division for the championship class, and Morgan Lundin from Sweden will be third. Now we move over to the 4 women that remain standing for third place.
Ruiz, 28.
28 for Alexis Ruiz. Not sure that score is going to get it done, Chris.
No, there's definitely a 29 down there, possibly a 30.
Yep.
Well, there Olivia's got a 29, so that will eliminate Alexis as of now.
Roner. 29.
29 for Elisa Roner.
And
So-
here's this, you can see that close arrow there
Oh, yeah.
on her number 3 target. So if that is in, she will take 3rd place. But we got a few judges down there calling it. So being this close, I would assume another judge may come in and look at it.
Bruce having a look.
Quintero, and your champion of the 530.
Yeah. So Daphne Quintero shoots 30. And the archer from Mexico will take 3rd place in the championship compound female category.
And where Alexis and Elisa Roner went out with both, Olivia and Elisa Roner went out with 29s, they will now split 4th place.
Yeah, gotcha.
And Alexis Ruiz will take 6th place.
So that settles that for our first 4 matches. And we have 2 more matches on deck before we get to the big shoot-off. 27 archers shot perfect 900s, with 1 archer being the lucky dog. So we're going to have 28 shooting for $58,000 later on in the evening for the Vegas shoot-off. And Bill Drake with a little fist pump. And honestly, Chris Schaff, with the way Keith Trail shot today, 2nd place was pretty amazing.
Yeah, Keith shot very well all weekend. I believe he finished 899. So, you know, coming into 2nd was a plus.
Coming up next will be the championship compound young adult division shoot-off, which will feature 3 young archers and will.
So next on deck is going to be the championship compound young adults. That'll be coming up soon. But you know, here at the Las Vegas Shoot 2024, there's plenty of ways to make money. You can gamble, but there's another way. You got to check this out.
Yeah.
That's the first big
Now
check.
I'm curious.
Yeah, hashtag.
So is everybody else.
This is the 10K a day shoot-off. On Fridays and Saturdays for any archer who's competing in the championship classes and shoots a perfect 300, as long as they sign up for it, they're eligible to shoot for $10,000. And it was spectacular shooting as we go to sudden death. And the rules are simple. The X is a 10, and then the second end, whoever left standing, inside out is the 10. And it only lasted a couple of ends, 10K a day. So when you come into the Vegas Shoot, if you're shooting in championship division, I don't care if it's recurve, compound, sign up for the 10K a day shoot, because it is fun to watch and it's really fun to shoot in. Now we're going to bring our athletes to the field of play for our championship compound young adult, and this is for 1st place. That's Zachary Nielsen from New York. And from California, Caleb Quiocho. And from the great state of Kansas, it'll be Caden Worthy. Each one of these archers shot 899, so only dropped 1 point apiece. For Nielsen, the first archer out, 71 X's. For Quiocho, 70 X's. And for Worthy, 64 X's. But it was ties on score that mattered, and so here we are. Chris Schaff, they're hanging targets right now. So, if you're just tuning in, remind us about how we're going to score this thing.
So these guys are going to shoot 3 arrows an end on a 40-centimeter Vegas target. You see they're hanging up the 3-spot target, so they're going to shoot 1 arrow in each of those spots. The first end you'll see is going to be a practice end for them because new lighting coming from the practice range to the competition field. And then after that, they're going to do normal 10-ring scoring, just like they shot all weekend here at the Vegas Shoot. And if they make it past that, it will then be the inner X as the 10 ring. So the rest of the yellow will be 9.
In very different light.
And distinguish the dot better. You can see a sharp edge for your dot or your pin. Where we were shooting earlier this week, through the whole venue here was all the same, and it was pretty dark, so everything was kind of washed out and hazy a little bit. So this, being the bright light that it is, it's going to be a benefit for them.
What do you think about the nerves going through these kids right now, shooting in front of this massive crowd behind them?
If this is the first time they're out there, I mean, the first time I made the Vegas shoot-off, it was definitely nerve-wracking coming out. You're standing up there by yourself, trying to win, and it can be brutal.
It seems hard not to think behind you as opposed to all focus in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, you got the whole crowd screaming, clapping, and everything like that. You don't want to necessarily embarrass yourself by shooting bad, but it's a completely different animal out here in front of the crowd.
All right, so we're getting ready for our first end of practice, where the archers stand, which is the yellow line right there by their feet where their bows are. That's 20 yards away from the target faces. So they've been at this for 3 days, and this is a practice end. Very critical to really execute good shots. You have to execute a really good shot from arrow number 1 to really understand where the arrow is going to impact. So if you need to make adjustments to your sight to move that scope up or down or left or right, you got to get it done quickly because you only have 3 arrows to fix it.
You only have 3 arrows. And these guys actually shot 1 off of perfect this weekend.
Yeah. So,
I mean, they should be, have insane confidence in all their equipment and everything like that, and in their own abilities. Because, I mean, a 900 is a perfect score, and they shot 899. So, pretty impressive.
I was thinking, should we take and make available to young adult, if you shoot an 899, you can pile into the lucky dog?
Absolutely not.
That is one thing we've seen over the years here at the Vegas Shoot, is sometimes youth and kind of that cluelessness as to the size of the stage and what you're getting ready to do has won this tournament a few times.
Yes, it has. I mean, it's a completely different animal. Shooting on the professional line with all the professionals. As a youth, they all shoot together amongst themselves, but back to your bringing them into the lucky dog.
I'm kidding.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it.
I was kidding. I was just kidding.
Because then they don't get beat by a little kid.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, Bodie was beating everybody up a couple years ago.
Bodie's still beating everybody up.
And he's still beating everybody up, and he's in it. He's in it tonight as well.
He is. I think that's that I know of, 3rd year in a row. He won it the first year. He made it last year, got knocked out, and now this year. So it's a pretty good.
And he's still
pretty good run.
17, I think.
I know his birthday's right around the Vegas shoot, so I'm not exactly
Yeah,
sure.
because didn't he start shooting it at 14, but
and
actually
then
won it at 15 on Sunday?
by a day or something? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Lico Ariola on the women's side of things, she won at 13 years old and 14 years old. You poor grizzled veterans, you got to really struggle to keep in the flow. Now our first end of scoring, and when you hear over the PA, this is your first end of scoring, all of a sudden the nerves hit you. The future of compound archery, you could be looking at it right here.
Yeah, I expect to see these 3 and a bunch more in that field step up and be a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Left part of your screen is Zach Nielsen out of New York. Caleb Guiocho is the middle, and we're looking at Caden Worthy out of Kansas. Just a little we're seeing on the range right now, just a little miscommunication with the shot clock, but the archers are still getting after it. Normally we have very specific tones that indicate what we're doing.
Yeah, it looks like the clock's malfunctioning a little bit and starting over at 40 seconds, and it gets down to about 20, and then it goes back up to 40. but there's also that little bit of buzzer that's going on that, you know, definitely could distract somebody.
All right, so it looks like Worthy in with a 30 unofficially.
Seems to me it looks like everybody got him,
Impressive under the lights.
especially with that little bit of, you know, malfunction in the clock there. It could definitely take somebody's mental game and throw it a little bit astray.
Yeah, normally we're going to just have 2 minutes to shoot those arrows.
Nielsen, 30.
Perfect 30 for Zach Nielsen. And that'll be the benchmark.
Yocho, 30.
Quiocho 30.
Looked to me like everybody got him, so we're gonna go into here, scoring inside out, or not inside out. Sorry, the baby X ring.
Yeah, the baby X
Yep.
is going to be 10. Everything else in the yellow is going to be 9.
And it looks like they're gonna have them hang new faces just for arrow calls. If you get one close, I mean, you don't want to be in the black hole and get one called out on accident from your prior arrow. So
Chris Schaff, what's the mental traps you can fall into when you are going to the smallest ring in the middle as the only way to score a 10?
you got to look at it like anything else. That's what you're trying to hit anyways. And if you miss it and still hang the 10 ring, it's a bonus. But I think everybody out here is aiming for the X ring itself.
Yeah, anyway, right?
Yes.
So to make sure that you don't say like, okay, I've got to, you know, like there's something called over aiming,
For
right?
sure,
Or
for sure.
or being too strong in the shot because maybe you're nervous or because you're just trying to just be too careful. So it's about maintaining your flow, maintaining your rhythm.
Yeah, and especially now, you know, with all the pressure, you need to go back, you know, kind of to your basics. Keep your shot timing the exact same as it's been all weekend. You know, I struggled with that a little bit this weekend where I had 2 arrows that I held way too long and I missed them both. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Chris. I have some clarification on the clock situation, and I don't think the shooters knew either. So they're going to shoot individually. That's why the clock is set the way it is. So we're going to start from left. So Zach Nielsen will shoot first, and once his arrow impacts, then for Caleb Quiocho, his clock will start, and he has 40 seconds to shoot. And then once his arrow impacts, then Caden Worthy is able to shoot. So you're going to see target 6, then target 7, then target 8, and that'll go for those 3.
Yeah, a little bit of, you know, miscommunication there.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. You know, they were all shooting them and just doing what they were doing. But now it's going to go to individual, arrow by arrow by arrow.
That doesn't add a little bit more pressure to the whole situation, does it?
Last year was the first time I ever had to do that, and it's completely different than everybody getting up there and flinging arrows at the same time. Because everybody's eyes are on you and your target.
Yeah.
You shoot it,
But-
and then they all move over to the next
All right,
person.
hold on a second. You have World Archery experience on the World Archery stage.
It's still
You
rough.
just don't have 3,000 people behind you at World Archery.
That's right.
All pulling for you or cheering against you, I suppose. Zach Nielsen out of New York.
Yes, that is a really good one to start off with. Set the benchmark right there.
Now we move on to Caleb. That is a really strong bow arm. Nice release for Quiocho.
Looks like their
Nice.
nerves are not there with those first 3 arrows.
Now, the other thing to note if you're watching this for the first time is that it's archer's choice in which order they shoot them. For Nielsen, he chose the top. Ooh, that's going to be a 9
gonna be
because
close.
only the inner ring is a 10. But yeah, you can choose any order you want here at the Vegas shoot in terms of which ones you shoot.
Both of those, to me, on the screen here looked way good.
You know, for me, from my perspective, looking through the binos where we're sitting, I think that Cuyocho and Worthy, they're pretty good.
Yeah,
For Zach Nielsen, his second arrow, which was on target number 1, it's pushing the outside line just a little bit.
it's a little bit low right in that one. That one's good, it looks like here. Most of them are probably going to be shooting a 27 diameter arrow. So, you know, obviously there's a lot of things on the internet on how far outside the 10 line you can be to still touch the X-ring, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of variables, you know, like the printed targets and stuff like that. But
Unfortunately for Caleb Cuyocho, he dropped it low in the 9 ring. But again,
if they're inside the, you know, not pushing outside that 10 ring line with the 27
Then it's
diameter
a
arrow,
sure
they
thing.
will be there.
the other thing too that was just wide as well. So the other thing too is with these particular targets, the thing to remember is, folks, it's not where the hole is in the paper, it's where the arrow is at rest. And these targets can kick those arrows in some pretty weird places.
They kick them all over the place.
Especially after the amount of time they've been shot. So we're going to give you an idea of what's actually going on. The high score is what matters here. 29.
29 is a score to beat right now, or to stay tied with to go to another end.
29 for Cuyocho, so that big 9 made no difference.
It's inner 10 ring scoring, so
Uh-huh.
we're gonna do it again.
We're going again. And the crowd loves it.
Heck yeah, this is very, very good shoot off. Being
You know, it does say something like, and you got to keep in mind, these 3 archers only shot 1-9 over 3 days, over 90 arrows. And I think the crowd understands that to the point where they're saying like, hey, look, if one of you is going to trip up, all of you are going to trip up, and I like that, and let's go to another arrow.
yeah,
Zach
you know,
Nielsen.
and the inside scoring is definitely nerves you up a little bit more, but they are handling it very, very well.
You can see that movement on the bow. Wasn't happy about it. That's the worst part. I think if you're Caden Worthy and you can hear what's going on, for Worthy, he might have known he had
to
it.
hit it, yep.
And I want to remind everybody, this is for first, second, and third. This is your podium for compound young adults in our championship overall category. So this is to say you've won Vegas. And for these archers, if they stay in archery for the next 30 years, this will be on their resume, and they should be proud of it forever.
Yeah, the Super Bowl of archery right here.
There it is. A week before the real one arrives. $700,000 tables.
So here we're going to start off in the same order as the last end, with Zachary Nielsen going first.
Good shot. 10.
They're all shooting on a 40-second time clock. So 40 seconds, you could potentially let it down if you had to.
You can see for Caleb making a slight adjustment to his sight.
That one there will be a judge call, I believe. That one looks a
Caden
little
dropped
bit
that one.
low, but again, that arrow's kicked up towards the direction he needs it to be kicked up to. Yeah, that's a really good one there.
Just a reminder how we got here too for this archer right here. Zachary Nielsen had the highest X count of the 899 to 71. And understanding how to get to that middle is important where we are right now. Cuyocho only was 1 away with 70. But for Caden Worthy, an 899 with 64 X's.
And that's all out of 90 X's. Is
Correct,
the,
out of 90, yep.
Yep, is the best you can do. Dropped her low a little bit.
Yeah. So right now we're sitting at 29 points for Nielsen.
All 3 of his arrows are on that lower left side of that target too.
Yeah, but this one right here, if this is a 10, this could be Cuyocho's victory.
That's a 10, so it's that's going to be that first arrow. Those second two are good for sure. So judge call on that first arrow
Yep.
could potentially put him the winner.
That could do it because maximum points that Worthy can get is 10, and that would be
That
29.
one's good too. Well, Worthy's got that top one's a little bit close, but I think it's just on the outside.
So this could be Caleb Cuyocho, could be the championship compound young adult Vegas champion.
You see him up there looking through his binos.
Yeah, he's having a good look. Let's get the official word from the judges. So for Nielsen, 29 is in the books. Everybody's waiting for it. We know for sure Worthy's got at least a 29. And
There it
30
is.
for
There it
Cuyocho.
is.
Wow.
I know the feeling all too well.
Yeah.
It's
Your champion in the compound young adult championship category from California, Caleb Cuyocho, and he did it by 1x after an 899.70x performance.
you practice day in and day out for that feeling right there. It makes every bit of blood, sweat, and tears worth it.
But this isn't over.
It's not. We still have second and third to decide.
That's right. We're going to go between Nielsen and Worthy for second and third place, where Caleb Cuyocho gets to sit on the sidelines and just enjoy the feeling of being Vegas champ.
Let's hear it for champion Caleb Cuyocho.
Did you like talking to everybody a minute ago? Yeah. Oh, you kind of rehearsed there. Hang on. Just take a breath. Here you go.
Caleb, come join me over here. Just watching you collapse at the end of the field of play there just gives a sense of how much that represents for you, the roller coaster of emotions you must be experiencing right now. Walk us through the process. What was that moment like for you when you found out that you won the Vegas Shoot 2024?
I don't know, it was just unbelievable. I just wanted to thank my mom for everything, and it was in God's hands the whole time. He chose before I even came here.
Now, God's hands and also that window of opportunity there. You saw the 9, you heard the 9 right next to you. That was the moment, the deciding moment for you to go out there and grab the W.
Yeah, it was, I was just paying attention to myself, you know. Anytime I hear somebody or like, oh, I might be out, I just automatically assume it's in. I assume the best out of all my competitors out the gate.
And just one final question about the process. When you're shooting in the beginning as opposed to shooting arrow by arrow, how different is that for you as an archer out there?
That's wildly different, and I like that format. But yeah, it was good.
It was good. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the shoot off here, the Vegas Shoot 2024, Caleb Cuyocho for the state of New York.
Cuyocho from California, but the championship compound young adults. Hey, it's something we can learn right there, huh? I like that. That you say, even if he hears it called out, he assumes the best from his competitors, that it's in. And is that the winning shot? I like Caleb. Calm, cool, and collected.
I don't think he knew that it was there because he had that close one, but right there in that shot, he knew it was there. So we're going to continue here with second and third place. Now with Zachary Nielsen and Caden Worthy. Same format, shooting one arrow, 40 seconds, goes to the next archer.
First up, Zach Nielsen.
That is a 10.
That's 10.
Very good arrow.
Boy, and you can see a good look at how full the stadium is behind these archers.
I could actually see this going quite a while too, because you know, knowing that this is for second place, you kind of have the, you know,
Like you're more relaxed?
the
Yeah,
adrenaline
yeah.
dump comes out because it's like, man, I didn't win. So
Now you're just
this
like,
could go on a
let's-
while.
Good. "24 seconds on the clock."
Thank you. Can we have another?
"20 points so far by Nielsen.
Yeah.
Matched by Worthy.
Those are all 4 really good arrows. No liners, just very solid 10s.
Ooh, quite a lot of movement in that one. Yeah, you could
That
see
one-
right there at the end, huh?
You could see he kind of overheld that compared to his other shots too. So here, 10 here wins this.
And a 10.
You got
Pretty
it.
quick one for Worthy. Confident hold, confident aim, confident shot. And second place to Caden Worthy from Kansas. And for third place out of New York, Zachary Nielsen. Once again, all 3 of these shooters, 899s. It could have gone either way. Official score for Nielsen, 29. And official score for our second place finisher, Caden Worthy, 30.
And that shows here at the Vegas shoot. X's don't mean a lot until you're on the stage, when you really need them. You know, Caden Worthy came in out of those 3 archers with the least amount of X's, and you know he's second place finisher now.
X's will rank you.
X's will rank you, and you don't need them until right now.
That's right.
When you go to the inner scoring. So
What a great match. And congratulations to this young man, Caleb Cuiocho from California. We expect to see the Wilderness archery athlete many more times on center stage as he continues to grow inside of archery.
What a show. And we've got another one coming up right away.
Oh boy. Now we have an incredible match on deck for you.
We've got our championship compound females.
Because the championship compound female category is coming up.
Last year in Vegas was a huge, weekend for me. It was the second time ever I won Vegas, but for some reason it feels, it's so special because I didn't just win it, I had to really, really fight for it. Both me and Paige shot a 900, but that wasn't enough to take home the win. We had to go out there on the stage in front of everyone and, shoot arrow for arrow to decide who took home the win, and Paige was shooting first. She shot 10-10, I shot 10-10, and it was down to the last arrow. She missed one, and I knew that this arrow was going to be the deciding factor in who took home the win, and I trusted my shot, did the best I could, and it landed right in the middle. And I don't think, it's so hard to explain all the feelings and emotions that go through you when it's been building up like the entire weekend. So many, I don't know, just emotions. And so finally be able to let go of all of those is an incredible feeling. It's such a concentrated weekend. Like, everyone is trying to be so perfect all the time. There's no room for errors. Here, if you shoot 9, you're out. Such a small margin of error that you have room for in Vegas, and I think that's just what makes Vegas such a big deal.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
And now we get to welcome the athletes to the field of play for our championship compound female division for the #1 spot. Tanya Gelantine, the 2023 Vegas champion, shot another perfect 900 to get herself to center stage and another opportunity to win the Vegas shoot for the 3rd time. And she's going up against the world #1 shooter from Great Britain, Ella Gibson. Chris.
This is going to be a rematch from last weekend at Lancaster.
That's right.
They both shot off top seed there for a second. And last weekend, Tanya came out on top. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, describe for us one more time the field of play. How far are we shooting? What target face? That type of stuff.
We are shooting at 20 yards, 3 arrows each end at a 40-centimeter Vegas target. First end here will be for practice. After this end is complete, they will go to their first scoring end, which will be the regular 10 ring that we've scored all weekend. If they're tied on that end, we will go to the X ring is now the 10 ring.
All right.
Just kind of shrink it down a little bit and make it more exciting.
So you're seeing a couple different things as we look at a couple of dart and bows, which dart and archery really coming back to archery full-fledged. So many archers in these final matches. But you see on the bottom of those targets, you have target 1 through 14. But also on the top, you have the numbers 1 through 28. Because when we get to our Vegas shoot-off after this match, we have 28 shooters.
Yeah, it's going to be a full down there.
Yeah. Tanya Gelantine hanging her target under lucky number 13. I like that. So first arrow is going to be for practice. Once again, Ella Gibson and Tanya Gelantine shooting perfect 900s, 30 arrows per day. They hit the 10 ring every single time. For Ella Gibson, she was able to get to the X ring, which is that little tiny ring in the middle, 77 times. And for Tanya Gelantine, 72 times.
Not very much difference there.
Nope.
But the name of the game in Vegas is a 900.
That's the first step, apparently.
First step. If you want to get on the big stage, that's what you need to do.
And we had 27 900s in the open category. We had 2 here. We had, I think, 3
in the flights class.
Flights class.
Yep.
It's just incredible. First end of practice. Now, for practice, they're actually just doing an open clock situation. So it's just 2 minutes to shoot 3 arrows.
Yeah, no need to go back and forth for practice. This is mainly just to make sure your sight is the same from the practice range to the stage out here. Lighting's different, can change the way you look through your peep sight and align everything. So it's good they give them a practice end and make sure everything's good, which could also help give confidence too. You know, it's like, okay, my bow's ready to go.
So far in practice, both athletes with X's.
There's another one from Ella.
Yeah, for Ella Gibson too. She's using, is she using a fiber or is she just using a light that lights up her dot?
I'm not 100% sure. I do see she's got the battery pack there on her sight to put some light either on the fiber that she's using or on a dot. I'm not sure what her aiming aperture is.
Yeah, very interesting because that's not legal in World Archery, but it's legal here in NFAA competition. So that's a bit unusual from our perspective to see someone who shoots so well, #1 World Archery archer.
Yeah, she was in the finals last night, and you know it's not legal there, so she had to take it off, and then obviously she put it back on for tonight.
So the first end of practice is complete. And this is to be crowned 2023 Vegas champion in the championship compound female category. Tanya Gelantine is your defending champion. Can Ella Gibson come back from a battle they had last weekend in the eastern part of the United States? And the first official scoring end is regular scoring, which means the Big 10 ring is the 10 ring.
Big 10 ring, same as we've shot all weekend here. So X's don't matter here. Just keep them in that Big 10 ring, and you'll go on to the next round.
I'm sure the folks at Darton are smiling big right now.
Yes,
knowing that they have a full podium, 1 and 2. And if you're wondering why Ella Gibson has a string hanging off her front stabilizer bar,
10 points.
It's for all the wind in here.
That's right, yeah. Normally you would see that outdoor as kind of a wind gauge for the shooters.
I'm sure she uses that same setup right there for outside, so she's not going to take it on and off.
10.
Oh,
Smoked
smoked
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
To me, it looked like she just had a dot in there, an orange dot.
That's
that
what
was
it looked like
lighting
to me too, yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell
Maybe
on
one
the
of those
screen, but
ultra view scopes. I don't know what brand she's shooting.
that looks like a true ball or an Excel scope.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then
That's
you just
That's an Excel scope and sight there.
Yeah.
That looks like the same thing.
But you can see where the light is
Coming-
angled.
It's
See how
coming in from the top,
It's coming in
so-
from the top and it's angled towards the lens. So that
Most
would
likely it's a
most
dot.
likely, yeah. So you can illuminate the dot, which would make sense because and another 10. So tied score 30-30 between the two of them, but I think this is what we expected. Obviously, them shooting 30, especially after shooting clean. So they haven't missed one yet.
Yeah,
Where we're going to go next is different.
I expected it to go past the first end for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be, I think, unusual for someone who shoots World Archery 50-meter stuff like Ella does to go from a dot back to a fiber, back to a dot, and so on and so forth. But
Yeah, and with it being kind of a darker arena that we're shooting in all week, you know, lighting up your dot is going to be beneficial. But now where it's really bright, if she didn't have the light on the dot, it would just, she's shooting an orange dot. So with the bright lights, it would just turn it black.
oh yeah,
Because there'd be a shadow, and being super bright down there, it would just, you know, look like a black dot. So if she's not used to that, throw the light on there, keep it orange.
after two practice ends, or after one practice end and one scoring end, where they both shot perfect scores even in their practice ends, they're going to hang new targets so the judges can see exactly what's going on, because now this is where we're going to hang on arrow for arrow, because if you miss that X-ring, anything outside that in the yellow is going to be a 9. And Chris Schaff, this could go on for a while.
It could, or it could be really quick.
It
I
could
mean,
be.
you don't know.
Yeah, and
You don't
and
know how they're feeling, what pressure they're feeling.
That's true.
You know, they're friends. They did this last weekend. They've been on this stage before. They could be calm out there. But this is also the Vegas shoot, so it adds a lot of pressure.
Once again, each archer shooting individually.
Okay, ladies, archers to the line. This is arrow by arrow.
All right, so now we're going arrow by arrow.
Counts as 10.
Only the X counts as 10. 40 seconds to execute each shot.
Ella's going to start us off here. Really quick shot, yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny. It looks like both of these girls are using almost the exact same equipment or same style. Both are using thumb triggers. Both are using, you know, Black Eagle arrows, 27s. They're almost identical.
It's pretty crazy. The only thing I noticed is just kind of the stabilizer setup.
Yep.
Liner. You
I
got
think it's
binos
good.
there if you need
I think
them.
it's good.
All right.
It wasn't pushing that far outside the 10 line. Ooh. Whoa. She knew that right when it fired too. So this could be it right here, depending on that arrow call. If she hits this.
Just like she talked about in the video before, and she nails it. The question for us is that second arrow got it or not? And is it going to be this quick where we have back-to-back champ?
I think it's good.
Okay, Chris Schaff saying it's good. We're going to hear from Bruce Cole. We know the first one looking like a 29. Yep, that's the benchmark score. Anything over that, and we have a champ.
Got the judge looking at it real close with the magnifying glass. Getting another judge to come in.
Something we normally don't see. in everyday shooting. There's a lot on the line here.
A lot on the line, and it's got to be, you know, got to be good. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Back-to-back for Tanya Gelantine, 2024 Vegas champion, and has that pressure again of knowing her competitor shoots a 9 and she's got to buckle down and get it done and shoot that 10, and she hits it. Another story of never give up in archery. You don't know what that arrow is going to be called, and so she gets it done. So for Tanya Gelantine, she is your winner. Ella Gibson will get second place out of Great Britain.
Did Tanya say that this will be her third time?
Third time.
Third time winning. Good for her.
Can you imagine if Braden Gelantine, who is in this next shoot-off for $58,000, what their checking account's going to look like? Both of them win in Vegas.
Uncle Sam will be really happy.
Well, Tanya Gelantine, ladies and gentlemen, 3-time Vegas shoot champion indeed. 2 times in a row, back-to-back wins. Tanya, some people say yesterday's history. Tomorrow is mystery, and that it's all about the moment. What kind of a moment is the Vegas Shoot 2024?
I mean, I don't think I have words. I think, you know, this is the shoot everybody wants to win, so I'm just super duper happy and excited.
And so one thing that came out when we saw the video package earlier on, you were talking about last year's achievement and how the amazing factor here at the Vegas Shoot is that there is no margin for error. You're walking on eggs throughout the entirety of the competition. How different is it when you've got the security, you've got the confidence that you've won the event before?
I don't know if it helps, you know. Sometimes I think there's more pressure because I'm always like, I'm expecting myself to do it. So I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily easier.
And so Brady Ellison talking last night after winning the IWS Finals saying, this is the best crowd on planet Earth. And a moment ago, George asked the crowd who the fan favorite is out here tonight. And I think it was a raucous sound indeed for Tanya Gelantine, your Vegas Shoot 2024 champion.
So Chris Shaw for Tanya Gelantine. It's not old hat. It's all new emotions when you march onto this stage, whether it's your first win or your third win, and the nerves are still there. Teammates going 1-2. And at the moment, when you look at the big picture, Tanya Gelantine has got Ella Gibson's number.
Yes, she does. That's 2 weekends in a row.
Here's some replays. And there's Ella.
Knew it right when she fired it. It was not going to be good. That's the last arrow to seal the deal.
Cool, calm, and collected. And there was the call.
Back-to-back Vegas champion.
Good sportsmanship, I think, from Ella Gibson. I mean, it's not easy to sit there and give your competitor a big hug after you just lost. It's nice to see. Well, it's big show time, folks. It's time to get after it. When we got to day number 1 here on Friday at the Vegas Shoot, in this class, 73 people were clean.
Vegas, baby. Bigger. Better. Crazy. In this place, so many memories. The chariot, the fireworks, the winners. It means something. Archery immortality. Since 2011, when we came to the South Point, we've had 9 different champions. And there's space for one more. Who wants it more? It's time to find out now.
Here in Las Vegas, we have 28 contenders in the championship, compound, open, division, and it's time to meet the athletes here in Las Vegas. From Slovakia, Joseph Bosanski.
Turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. Your memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. You put the bars
From France, Jean-Philippe Boulch.
yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover with the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is our teacher, under pressure, now we blessed. See, I was so good for the glow. It's rock, art, one.
From Arkansas, the United States of America, Richard Bowen.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go!
From Missouri in the USA, Remington Boyer.
I was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut free.
Please welcome Italy's Marco Bruno.
For pieces and shares of bomb in the sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one shot. Now the future is yours. Go.
From Missouri, Christian Clark.
I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. Your memories spark and motivate and make the industry.
From Maine, indoor, outdoor, field, target, and Vegas champion, Dave Cousins.
Flip the cover with the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is our teacher, under pressure, now we blessed. See, I was so good for the glow. There's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
From Denmark, world champion, Martin Damsbo. From India, champion Ojas Pravin Diotale. From Utah, past Vegas champion Kyle Douglas. From Denmark, European champion Matthias Fullerton. From Kentucky, world champion Braden Galantine. From France, Archery World Cup champion Nicolas Gerard. From Arkansas, in the heart of America, this is Chris Hacker. From Denmark, champion of the world, Stefan Hansen. From Wisconsin, USA, Louis Holmes. From Slovenia, Tim Jesnik. From Indiana, please welcome Dane Johnson. From Pennsylvania, USA, this is Cody Lippincott. From Wisconsin, World Archery Champion Jimmy Lutz. From Florida, Lonnie Jacob Marlowe. Representing Indiana, please welcome Jacob Miller. From India, this is Aman Saini. From the Netherlands, World Archery Champion, Vegas Champion, Mike Schlosser. From the Empire State, New York, Jacob Slusarch. From Washington, Vegas champion Bo D. Turner. From Oklahoma, Lawson Veet. And now, let's let the lucky dog out. From Minnesota, Nick Cappers. Our lucky dog winner. As soon as the targets are up, we'll proceed with a practice end. Bruce will walk us through the rules of this shoot-off. $58,000 at stake just in Vegas prize money. Tens of thousands of dollars of contingency on top of that. This is the richest night in the sport of archery, and you are here for it. Let's hear it for these great competitors, ladies and gentlemen, as Bruce brings them to the line to face the audience.
Okay, competitors, come on up here. Dean, where do you want them? Right where I'm standing. Come on up here, guys. This line, you get to come way ahead for this one. Yep, you're going to shoot from here, too. Yeah, that's right. All right, everybody stand here, and you want to turn around and face the audience, and I need to get out of the way.
This is our group of archers that shot perfect 900 scores to get here.
Turn this way and face your targets.
And we are getting closer and closer to the Vegas Shoot 2024. 28 hopefuls line up. 27 of them have shot perfect 900s, and then we have our lucky dog.
All right, everybody, go head on back to the line.
So the photo has been taken. Not sure how wide the angle of that lens was for 28 archers. Incredible. Greg White sitting next to Chris Schaff, 2023 Vegas champion. Chris, I'm glad to have you here, but I know your heart is broken at the same time.
Yeah, I'd like to be out there with them, but this weekend definitely wasn't mine. So.
Good news, you got a lot more archery in 2024 coming your way.
I do. You know, I wish all these guys good luck. So.
Could we see a new face?
27. How many of you were in this last year? Raise your hands. Oh yeah, there's a lot of yours.
Chris Schaff just raised his hand. Chris?
Oh, wait, we'll raise it again.
Bruce Cole is out there asking some questions.
Congratulations, all of you. Look at somebody goes, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but Bruce Cousins doesn't look that old. It's all good.
All right, it's all good. Yeah, was it really? So I'm not supposed to pick anybody out according to my own rules, but Dave Cousins won this in 1999. Yeah. Yeah. The ability on this line is scary, but this is the scariest place for you to be. And we're about to have fun. So this is your first official practice end, and then we'll go into regular scoring after that, and remember, everything is sudden death. Okay, archers to the line.
First official end of practice. Chris Schaff, how far are we shooting? What are we shooting at?
We're shooting 20 yards here, 3 arrows an end. We're shooting at a 40-centimeter Vegas target. First end is practice, obviously. The first end of scoring will go to regular. Scoring.
The left part of your screen is the lucky dog shoot off, and the right part of that in the blue shirt is Nick Cappers. And Nick was able to have the highest scoring arrow, and unfortunately for that young Canadian right there, Dawson, he was trying to let down and his release went off and he missed the paper. So Nick Cappers takes the victory and he takes the lucky dog. The significance of the lucky dog, the way it works is Nick Cappers shot an 899 along with nearly 40 other shooters. They all lined up and did a sudden death shoot off. It took like 3 arrows. And for Nick Cappers, this is the way it works. He's either going to finish 28th in this tournament or he's going to win it. There is no in between for the lucky dog.
Yeah, I mean, he could be one of the final 2, and if he doesn't win it, he goes back to 28.
I like that. You know, for broadcast, for the fans, I like the lucky dog. I know for a lot of athletes, they don't. What are you seeing?
Target 13 down there. I don't know if he had a, I mean, it is a practice end, so
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
End.
But that can't be very confident.
For Mike Schlusser?
No, target number 13 over here on the right.
Oh, 13, sorry.
Yep. Target 25 on the bales, but he shot one.
Oh, for Cody Lippincott.
No, it was for the Indian archer. There, he shot a 0 or a 6 high.
Oh, 6 high. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he's world champion.
He is a world champion. I don't know what happened there, but it's a practice end, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't matter. Well, it only matters if he thinks about it from this point forward, right?
Yep, the mental side of that.
Yeah. Just looking across. All the targets looking pretty good for practice. Give you a little bit of confidence. But more importantly, you got to make sure your equipment's dialed in.
Yeah, so this will be the first end of regular 10 scoring. I don't suspect anybody to go out, but it has happened in the past.
Yeah, last couple years have actually lost like one archer after the first end.
And with 28 of them out there, biggest shoot-off, I believe, yet.
Yeah. But for OP Diotale, who shot that big one. Luckily, it was just practice.
Zansky's first arrow off. I don't see anything yet.
A couple close ones, but they're cutting lines on the 10 because it's scoring. For, you know, shooters like Fullerton and Schlusser, they're inside-out X's. Kyle Douglas also nearly inside-out. Stephen Hansen right in the middle. Braden Galantine as well. Louis Holmes looks like he's finding the middle early.
Yeah, Matthias Fullerton's first one off the line with 3 babies there, so 3 baby X's. Kyle, same way.
Dane Johnson.
1 arrow to go here. There, yep, hit an X.
Now we are on the open shot. I'm going to call it the open shot clock. Everybody shooting at once. Once we get down to a certain number, we're going to go 1 arrow per and add like 1 arrow per shooter. So go arrow to arrow to arrow to arrow. Generally, that cut has been 12, but it's really
I've
up.
seen it at 5.
Yeah, it's,
so
it's up to Bruce Cullen when he decides he wants to do that. So after end number 1, there's quite the possibility. Now there is a line down there, a yellow line that's just off the targets that all the archers are going to have to stay behind. Oh, the black line, sorry. That's where the archers are.
This is the most brutal part of being a competitor in the shoot-off.
Is it?
Is standing there and waiting for the judges to go through. Because it makes you think about stuff that you probably shouldn't be thinking about. You know, while you're shooting, you're concentrating on, you know, making good shots, executing shots. But when you're standing down there, it is a long process.
And the one thing that I will say that will indicate whether an archer thinks their arrow is out or not, if you're standing that close and you break out your binos, it's because you didn't think you made a good shot.
Yeah.
Saini is our first archer, and the benchmark is 30.
Jacob Miller shot a 30 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Second one.
Jevsnik, 30.
30 for Tim Jevsnik from Slovenia.
Bolsh, 30.
30 for Bolsh from France.
Clark, 30.
Clark, 30.
Boyer, 30.
Remington Boyer, 30.
Bruno, 30.
Marco Bruno, 30. 6 12s in a row at the Lancaster Archery Classic for that guy.
Crazy.
And he still lost.
Yep.
Marlowe in with a 30.
Sluzars, 30.
Jacob Sluzars advances.
We'll hear the crowd here.
Bodie
Yep.
Turner, 30. A little bit of crowd.
30.
Maybe once he goes a little bit further, they'll start amping up a little
Yeah,
bit.
this crowd is extremely knowledgeable, so they know that everybody looks like they hit 30s. So this is more of kind of elemental. Mike Schlusser. Oof. His are right there. Where
Real good.
yeah.
Douglas, 30.
Kyle Douglas, a cheer from the crowd with his 30.
Hanson, 30.
Stephen Hansen, 30.
Kozanski, 30.
Kozanski from Slovakia.
30.
Braden Galantine still in, 30.
Holmes, 30.
Louis Holmes.
Wyatt, 30.
Lawson Vyatt, 30.
Cousins, 30.
Dave Cousins.
Johnson, 30.
Dane Johnson, still in.
Lippincott, 30.
We have Lippincott. Bowen,
Bowen, 30.
no problem.
Dietel, 30.
30 for the world champ.
Damsbo, 30.
And the 10K a day winner.
Yeah.
Martin Damsbo, 30. Chris Hacker, 30. and our lucky dog, and cappers. So everybody advances. I don't think I've seen that actually in quite a while.
It's been a long time, I think.
Yeah, normally there's at least one that drops out after the first, and that's nerves.
Yeah, I mean, you shoot 90 of them through the weekend and come out here and miss the first 3 scoring arrows.
You just think about the talent here between the amount of people that have won Vegas, the amount of people that won World Cups. This guy right here, how much stuff has Dave Cousins won? He won this in 1999.
I think he's, don't quote me on this, but I think he's one of 2 that have won it 3 times.
Well, Rio's
won it 3 times. I'm pretty sure Dave has won it 3 times, and
Chance Bobeth. Can you imagine? You win Vegas for a 4th time. Yeah. Terry Ragsdale is also. Yeah. Can you imagine, though, if you won it and your spread is 1999? Jeff Rogers also won it 3 times, but 1999 to 2024.
That'd be crazy.
25-year spread.
How long that you've been, you know, a force to be reckoned with in the game of archery.
Top of your game.
Top of the game for that long is incredible.
Targets have been changed, and that's because everybody had such good practice and a good first end. Now we're moving to a different scoring ring.
We are going to, the X ring is now 10. So, you know, this one a little bit out of pressure because you have to hit the small ring. I'd be very surprised if no one goes out this end.
Yeah, can you imagine the statistical probability here in Vegas?
If no one goes out this end, I'm going to retire.
Okay, retire.
Retire.
From what?
From archery, because I can't compete with that.
Yeah, got that. You can. What you can't compete with is what happened last week.
Chris Hacker shot one real quick. That's good.
No. Schlusser, Fullerton, Kyle Douglas, half shaft. Stefan Hansen's good. Krasonsky, Galantine, Holmes.
Jimmy Lutz has got a little bit low one, but I believe it is good.
Yeah, Jimmy's is inside the line, so shooting 27s, he's good.
I believe Jimmy's shooting 25s right now.
Oh, he's shooting 25s.
Yeah, he is shooting 25s right now.
Bruno on target bail number 4, target 7. He might have his top one out.
Braden Galantine possibly has a close one there.
It's kicked. He's got it.
It is? Okay.
Yep. It's just an awkward kick.
Gerard looks like he has one just a tiny bit tall. Target 6.
Louis Holmes had a nice shot. Got his. Dave Cousins, he missed.
Lucky Dog is still in. Looks like.
Nick Capper's your teammate, right? For USA Archery World Cup team?
Yes, he is.
Looks like Richard Bowen's going to be still in, but
Martin
it looks...
Damsbo looks like he dropped one a little low.
Yeah. It's going to be a while, but you can look at Dave Cousins' target. I think his 3rd one, high right.
Yeah, Dave has definitely missed his number 3 target there.
That fantasy is over.
Yeah, there's a couple.
That would be a storybook.
Semi, 30.
Saini, benchmark score 30.
And you see there, Jacob Miller. Looks like he's got one just a bit tall there.
Yeah.
I believe that's the first time in the Vegas shoot-off for Jacob Miller.
Outstanding run for Jacob Miller. Bolsh 30, so 3 still in, and Khrushchev doesn't have to retire.
I don't. I'll be back next year.
Christian Clark from Missouri with a 29. Drops out.
Boyer, 30.
Remington Boyer still in.
Bruno, 29.
And Marco Bruno with a 29.
Marlowe, 30.
Jacob Marlowe still in.
Yep.
Sluzar's, 30.
Schluzar's in.
Turner, 30.
Cody Turner.
Now the crowd's lighting up.
Yeah.
Close look at one of Jimmy Lutz's arrows.
That bottom right one. I think he got it.
Yep, he did. Jimmy's in still.
Nico Girard.
I believe he's shooting 23s. So, not a lot of room for error there.
23 diameter arrows,
23
9
diameter,
millimeter, yeah. World Archery regulation.
Now he got him.
Little sigh of relief
Yes.
from Nico. Next up would be Mike Schlusser.
I look at one of his arrows close too.
Huh.
No, yeah, that bottom right one there.
Oh boy,
Ooh.
this is, for Mike to be out this early, it would be a shocker.
Bringing in that second judge. Take a look at it.
Mike Schlusser had 88 X's out of 90.
Schlusser, 29.
Oh, and Mikey's out.
Definitely would not have called that if I was a betting man.
Ooh.
Douglas, 30.
Fullerton's in. Kyle Douglas in.
Hansen, 30.
Stephen Hansen in.
Bozansky, 30.
Stefan's been
Bozansky,
close
yeah.
a few years, so
Could this be?
it could be his. Braden
Ah,
Galantine.
Braden Gallantine's out. So no double winner in the Gallantine household this year.
30.
Looking at another one from
Yeah, Lawson.
Lawson Viet.
Yep.
Mike, 29.
And Lawson will have a 29 there. Dave Cousins is out as well with a 29. And none of these guys missed the Big Ten ring. It's just that baby X ring that they just were a little bit outside on. So they still haven't missed a 10 yet this weekend.
Incredible.
Johnson, 30.
Dane Johnson's still in.
Lippincott, 30.
Dane Johnson, of course, hearing impaired.
Bowen, 30.
Richard Bowen in, Lippincott in.
Lippincott, I believe, took third here during the pros only COVID year. He was on the podium.
Damsbo, 29.
Martin Damsbo out.
It's good to see him out there, though. I think
Yep.
it's been a while since he's made the shoot off, and it's awesome to see a guy like him out there still performing.
Chris Hacker's target. Having a close look at the bottom right. So are other competitors.
Hacker, 29.
Chris Hacker's out.
What a run from Hacker, though.
Cappers, 30.
Lucky Dog's still in.
Capper's still
Nick
in.
Cappers.
Those that have been eliminated. Archers, you can pull.
But like we said with Nick, it's either winning or 28th place.
Competitors down. Here's who's still in action. Ahmad Saini, Tim Jeffs.
So we lost 9 that round.
Remington Boyer, Jacob Marlowe, Jacob Susar.
Should have 19 then.
19 left.
If my math is correct.
You've done math, Chris.
Kyle Douglas, Stephen Hansen.
Here's a look at some of the archers that are in, some of the archers that are out, just looking at their shot process. And this kid right here is probably the most famous of them all right now, Louis Holmes. There's Dane Johnson. Tall one. Lippincott. Yeah. Jacob Miller. You get to the big show. You make it a couple ends. It's a good experience as we lost 9. And this was the biggest surprise of all in the second round. Mr. Perfect, Mike Schlusser.
Yeah, after missing only 2 X's and 90 arrows this weekend. 2 X's. Incredible.
Yep.
Especially on day 3, you know, to still hold that same high X count. You know, day 3 is always the most nerve-wracking.
Yeah, didn't shoot 60 today, right?
I don't know what he shot today.
I think he
29 today?
Yeah, 29X the first day, 30X the second day, and 29X today.
It's still incredible.
Yeah, of 30 each day. So we'll see what Bruce does. 19, I would expect this shot clock to stay at 2 minutes across the board.
I don't think they'd go one by one quite yet. That would take quite a bit longer.
We had perfect all 28 after end number 1, and then we're down 9 archers from the original 28, so we have 19 remaining after end number 2. So we go into our third end of competition. X counts as 10.
Yep, same scoring as last end.
Good luck. Elimination end number 3.
Good look at Tim Jevsnik there from Slovenia.
I want to see some English playing down there already.
Cody Lippincott has one out the bottom.
Dane Johnson, yeah, just next to him on his left, on Lippincott's left, also missed one. Nick Capper's our lucky dog.
Bodie threw his bow there, but they both are really good.
He does that. Jacob Marlowe had one kick low, but the impact point, ooh, Remington Boyer's got a low one on target number 6.
Jimmy Lutz just fired one high. I'm not 100% sure. His first 2 were good.
Nah, they're good.
Jimmy's good then.
Yeah,
oh,
Jimmy's good.
Looks like Bodie shot one out the top.
Ooh, here, I'm going to give you the binos because I want you to have a look at Bodie's. Ooh. Diotale wasn't happy with that.
Yeah, looking from the binos, I'm going to say that Bodie's arrow is just a little bit tall.
All right, Lippincott.
But I'm not the
I'm
not the judge, so
you're not the judge.
We'll go down to the targets here. And
Bodie's not happy with it. He might know it as well.
Yeah. But there's definitely a couple of them scanning through. Kyle Douglas is still good. Jimmy Lutz is good. Matthias Fullerton looks good.
Aman Saini will go first. So again, it's not the hole in the paper, it's where the arrow is at rest that makes the difference.
Lucky dog.
No,
Lucky
no,
dog.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we're looking for a high score first. It's going to set the benchmark. It could be a 29, could be a 30. And Aman Saini didn't actually get to shoot in here in arena number 1. He and Louis Holmes, 29 they're calling for Aman Saini. So if there is a 30, yep, so.
Tim Jevsnik with a 30.
So Saini out.
Jean-Philippe Bush from France, 30.
Next up is Remington Boyer from Boyer, 29.
Ah, Remington Boyer.
Marlowe, 30.
Jacob Marlowe's still in.
Sluzar's 30.
Sluzar's in. God, I saw Jacob Marlowe post something about this is his.
Turner, 29.
Ah,
Bodie
and there's
Turner.
Bodie Turner.
Lutz, 30.
Jimmy Lutz still good. He's got to have a lot of confidence coming off of last night's victory too.
30.
Yep. Nico Girard still in the mix at 30.
Fullerton, 30.
So far we've lost 3.
Matthias Fullerton is still good.
Douglas, 30.
Kyle Douglas's 3 arrows were really good that end, so.
Hansen, 30.
Stefan Hansen still in. He's been sick all week, so.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
30.
Bosanski from Slovakia.
Holmes, 30.
Good to see Louis Holmes shredding.
Johnson, 29.
Ah, Dane Johnson, 29. So
Lippincott,
Dane is
29.
out. Lippincott, we saw that last arrow right on your screen. He wasn't happy about that.
Bowen, 30.
Richard Bowen's still in.
World champion still in.
Yeah. And for Nick Cappers, I think the road, it ends here for Nick Cappers.
So he'll go back to the top of the 899s in 28th place. And really, the lucky dog has only won it outright once.
Twice.
Once, really. Twice was technical.
Yes,
but yes, the lucky dog has cashed the check twice.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So the odds aren't great for him,
no.
but it's a good thing to get those people that only missed one a chance to get back in the game.
All right, so we lost 6 that end. Now we're down 15. So we will reset targets. But what Chris is talking about, of course, is the first time the lucky dog has won was Sergio Pagni from Italy. It was the 50th anniversary of the Vegas shoot right here in the South Point Hotel Casino. And Sergio Pagni was able to win it in one single end from the lucky dog position because we went from like $24,000 to $50,000 in one. And Sergio Pagni is now Diatale's coach.
And that shoot-off that he won there was one of the smaller shoot-offs that I've ever
I think they were
witnessed.
5 or 6 total.
Maybe 8, something like that, but it was really, really small.
Well, that's because they went from $24,000 for the win to $50,000 in 1 year because it was the 50th anniversary. And now that we're at year 58, the prize for this is $58,000 just from the organization. If you shoot a Matthews bow, you're at $50,000.
Yep, so most of the money you're actually going to win is going to be from your sponsors, contingency money, stuff like that. But the NFAA throwing out $57,000, $58,000 is impressive.
You won 57.
57.
Remember that?
No. We're all going to shoot at the same time here, so we're not going to individual arrow by arrows just yet.
Fourth end.
Same scoring. X-ring counts as 10. Got some close ones down there.
It's Richard Bowen, looking strong, casual. Oh, Jimmy, look at Jimmy Lutz. He just had a big shake of the head.
Because it's only a half shaft X.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen Hansen is just rock solid on that hold.
Josef Blazanski got 3 arrows down there quick, and they're in.
Ooh, look at Stephen's target. Give it a chance.
Yep, it's good.
Okay.
Matthias Fullerton is good. It looks like Kyle Douglas is good. He's got a little bit of low one, but I believe it's there. Louis Holmes for sure good. Richard Bowen good.
Using that wrist strap. Louis Holmes, finger trigger. Diatale?
Yep, he's good. Jean-Philippe Bolsch has a close one. I'm not sure. Tim Jevsnik definitely has one out.
So you think we're going to lose at least one?
We're going to lose at least one. And Tim took 3rd here last year. We got Tim's is definitely low right. Oh.
Yeah, so 29, that's going to be our benchmark score. Let's see where we go from here. If Bolsch has a 30, so 28. All right, so we know for sure Bolsch is out.
Bolsch is out for sure.
Marlowe, 30.
All right, so Marlowe with a 30. That means Jevsnik is out.
Getting a close look here at Jacob Sluzar's arrow.
Oof.
Looks a little tall for me there. When he puts that light on there.
But that's why the judge gets down and has a really close look. For Jacob Schluzars from New York, 29. Will end his run.
Jimmy Lutz still in. Looks like he's got the crowd behind him now. Nico Gerard here with a close one.
For Nico Gerard. Just at the top of the pile the whole tournament. And his journey will stop. Matthias Fullerton still good with 30. Kyle Douglas. Ooh.
Douglas, 30.
Kyle Douglas still in.
Hansen, 30.
Stefan Hansen still good.
Poznanski, 30.
Poznanski from Slovakia. Good.
Holmes, 30.
Louis good. He actually turned around after he shot and gave his fans a big wave. I like the Louis.
Bowen, 30.
Richard Bowen still good.
He's been close so many times. It'd be
Vitali,
nice.
30.
Ditale.
Nice to see him go all the way.
Still in it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We lost 4 that round. So now we're down 19 of 28. 9 left. Is that math?
I believe so.
Schluzars. Yeah. Oh, that's that second look. Jimmy Lutz.
The puncher.
Okay.
Big sigh of relief there. Stefan just doing what Stefan does and shooting him in the middle.
Kyle too. And Louis Holmes with that wrist sling. And the world champ. No problem. And a big hug all around for competitors. Nico Gerard out. And this field is thin and fast.
But if you look out there right now, you got Jacob Marlowe, ASA, shooter of the year a few times.
Yeah.
Jimmy Lutz just won last night at the Indoor World Series, plus world champion. Matthias Fullerton, Outdoor World Cup champion. Kyle Douglas, 2-time Vegas champion. Stefan has won every world championship there was. Poznanski, shooter of the year this year for the World Archery, winning 2 World Cups. Louis Holmes is always up there. Richard Bowen's always up there, and
World champ.
world champion.
Oof.
A lot of titles that have already been won out there by those guys.
And a lot of titles that took a seat as well.
For sure. So we'll do all at the same time again. Inter X is tendering again. Look at Jimmy. No, he didn't like that one. But I think it's still good. He didn't like where it went, but I believe it's still an X. Look at Matthias Fullerton.
For Diatali down there, it looks good. Bowen he center punched his. Ooh, Louis Holmes is high, he's out. Hansen's good, it's just a weird kick. Douglas is still good. Fullerton's fine.
What about Jimmy?
Jimmy, I'm gonna give you the
His
binos.
second arrow there. He didn't like the first one, and then the second one was a little low as well. Yeah, I don't think Jimmy's second one's good, but Matthias Fullerton's got all 3. Richard Bowen smoked it.
Marlowe's great. Okay, we're gonna find out now.
There's a good one there from Diotal.
So for Lutz, I think that's the big question right now.
Yeah, Louis Holmes has definitely got one high.
Marlowe, 30.
Benchmark score, Jacob Marlowe with 30.
Lutz, 29.
29 for Jimmy Lutz. He's out.
Good
He was
showing this
definitely,
weekend.
yeah, but he was definitely one of the favorites. It looks like they're having a good look at Fullerton's.
Yeah, looks like it. No, they're just figuring out what scorecard's his. Matthias is definitely
He's
a
good.
30.
He's good. But it does look like he's shooting 23s.
No, I believe Maddie's shooting. Maddie's shooting 27s for sure. Nico Gerard, I believe, was shooting 23 size arrows. Stefan still good.
Zansky's still in it. And we say goodbye to Louis Holmes.
Holmes, 29.
A good cheer from the crowd. And good to see Louis Holmes back in the mix at the top of the field.
Bowen, 30.
Richard Bowen is good. And the world champ. No problem.
And Bruce, if you could give us a repeat on the call from Matthias Fullerton, that would be awesome.
So it looks like we dropped 2 for that one.
Fullerton was 30.
So 2 dropped out in our 5th end of competition. So now, yeah, Jimmy knows it.
Yeah. 7 of them left. Richard pumped to hit that last arrow.
Heck yeah. So 7 of them remain. The lucky dog is long gone as well.
We may see this go, looks like we're going to shrink the field down into the center bales. And we may go individual arrows here now. We'll see what Bruce has to say about that. Louis Holmes giving a wave to the crowd as he exits.
New targets being hung. The Vegas Shoot 2024. And we're down to 7 with $58,000 on the line, the title of Vegas champion.
We're all going to individual bales here. Moved them all in right next to each other.
For the final time at the South Point Hotel and Casino. We don't know yet where we're going. Well, you know, I know, but they don't know where we're going just yet. Bruce Cull's going to make that announcement probably after this thing happens.
All I'll say is it's going to be an awesome, awesome venue.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Jake Marlowe's got target 5. Matthias Fullerton's on 6. Kyle Douglas on 7. Stefan Hansen on 8. Joseph Kosinski on 9. Jim Bowen is on 10. Mr. Vitale is on 11. The final lucky 7 here in Vegas.
7 left. Marlowe, Fullerton, Douglas, Stefan Hansen, Josef Bazansky, Richard Bowen, and the reigning world champion, Diotelli.
Yep.
This is not golf, this is archery. Let's hear it for your favorite archers, ladies and gentlemen.
Good mix between American archers and foreign archers.
That's right, representing the world.
Mike Schlosser was the first foreigner to win.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's been last few years there's been American archers, so anything can go now. So we are going 1 by 1 here.
That's right.
Looks like Jacob Marlowe is going to start us off here. 40 seconds an arrow. As soon as his arrow hits the target, the next archer, Matthias Fullerton, his time will start.
Good luck.
Smoke.
Looks like a 10.
Matthias Fullerton up next. Yep, definitely good. Looks way good on the video. Kyle Douglas up now. 2-time Vegas champion.
Kyle Douglas, 10 points.
Yep, good one there. Stefan Hansen. Inside out.
And a big moan from the crowd on that one.
Joseph with 10.
Very good arrow. Richard Bowen.
Ooh,
A little bit of movement.
Trying to get that release
Yeah.
to go off.
Yeah.
Saves
Good.
it. And Richard has a look back.
Diotali here will round out our first arrow of this end.
And 10.
Everybody's good. We'll go back to the top to Jacob Marlowe.
I might have to reschedule my flight for Thursday. This keeps going.
Gonna go all night. Ooh.
10-9 liner.
Yep, it's good.
Oh, he's good.
Definitely good.
Spotters full.
Yeah. We looked up at the big screen there to look at the zoomed in of his arrow.
10.
Yep. Thomas Fullerton's good. He's been on a tear lately.
He sure has.
Smoked by Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan Hansen is good. Another one super good.
He looks very confident, doesn't he?
Way relaxed. Bozansky's good. It's a close one. I think it's good though. On the left side there, both of his last arrows are a little bit on the left side.
Also 10-9 liner.
It's good.
To the left, but it should be good.
Yep. Well inside the 10 ring line. Back up to Jacob Marlowe.
Boy, it's such a long wait to shoot your other arrow.
It is.
Got it.
Yep, it's good. Marlowe is got a 30 down there. So that's the number everybody's got to reach. Fullerton smoked it. Same with Kyle Douglas. Do you think coming down the line now you get a little bit more pressure because you know you have to hit it?
I think so. That's what it feels like. It's like, oof.
Yeah.
Everybody ahead of me, yeah.
He's got it, so.
10.
Yeah. 2 left for a perfect end.
Plus, at the beginning of this end, the crowd was dead silent. Now, with the time it takes to shoot, the crowd's getting more restless and the noise level just from conversation is increasing.
10-9 liner.
See that? Video screen? Video screens, it looks good. Diotali up now, and it's a 10. Yep, it's good. I think everybody got him there.
Whoa.
Crazy.
This is our 6th end of competition for the $58,000 and for the title of 2024 Vegas champion. It's like, who's going to crack first at this point?
Marlowe, 30.
Benchmark score from Jacob Marlowe. 30.
Fullerton, 30.
Tyus Fullerton with 30.
Douglas, 30.
Kyle Douglas as well.
Hansen, 30.
Stefan Hansen as well, 30.
Zansky, 30.
Josef Bozansky with a 30.
Owen, 30.
Richard Bowens, we're
Got
all
it.
good.
Diotali, 30.
Diotali with a 30, that's everybody.
Wow.
Wow was right.
Yeah. Single arrow. You've got to wait for 6 other people to shoot by the time it rolls around to you. And you got to do it 3 times, and no one's missed yet.
Yeah, you think you take 20 seconds an arrow probably for these archers. By the time you're up, that's a 2-minute wait
Yeah,
to come back around.
that's huge. How do you practice that at home?
Yeah, you don't. And on top of that, you know, you got 2 minutes to think about, man, I got to hit these next ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, you know, trying not to play mind games with yourself, but it's hard when there's this much money on the line and Vegas champion on the line.
Do you remember how many ends you did it last year?
7.
Okay.
Kyle and I both missed on the 6th, and then he missed again on the 7th.
We're in end number 7 right now.
And I don't think it'll be over on end 7.
No, and we still have 7 standing.
Yep.
What an absolute dogfight this is. Between archers that you're familiar with, if you're a World Archery fan, and archers you may have just learned about right now. Same scoring.
After the performance last weekend being the best shoot-off that we've ever seen, I didn't expect anything less coming here.
Yep.
Everybody's throwing it down this year.
There's about $100,000 right here on this line. Bruce, I don't think they want to be reminded right this second.
Yeah.
Jacob telling Bruce to hurry up.
Let's go. I want to shoot. My muscles are getting cold.
Jacob Marlowe starting us off on end number 7, single arrow per archer, 40 seconds apiece.
Love his anchor point and love the length of that D loop.
Boom.
Smoked it.
He's like, man, let's go.
Goes 10.
Man, these guys are throwing it down.
Mm-hmm.
Precision in the 10.
Kyle Douglas with a good one. Stefan Hansen, good look at him in his shot process. Yep, good one. He didn't like it, but
Okay, I'll take it.
yep, still good. Ooh, that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not out of it yet, though. If everybody else misses one,
That's right.
he's still in.
Yep.
And that's out.
Bowen's out.
And this can happen sometimes. It's
When
like
one
a
one
rash.
misses,
Yeah.
you know, you get, okay, I'm going up another spot, but then, I mean, you still have to shoot.
10.
Divatale with a good 10. Back up to Marlowe, top of the order.
I think Jacob Marlowe has been doing work at home.
Yeah, he's opening up a new sporting goods store,
And another.
I believe, down there, too. You know, selling bait and maybe some guns. I'm not 100% sure what he's doing, but seems like a good deal going for him. Ooh, flinch there by Kyle.
Normally that's going to be inside out.
Inside
X.
out, yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's got the Tim Gillingham going there,
100%.
double clutch it, and it's going
Yep.
inside out.
It's actually more disciplined than you think in order to not send that shot that didn't look great.
Yep.
And again.
Stefan is shooting the middle, out of the middle.
10.
Zansky comes back after the 9 with a 10.
Mm-hmm. Got to keep fighting. Got to give yourself a chance.
10, 9, 9.
No, that
Oh,
one's a
wow, they're
9
out,
too.
yeah. Yeah. Interesting movement in his elbow.
Yeah, you see it coming. He's holding this one a long time too.
23 seconds.
Yep, smoked it.
No problem.
Not 100% sure, but it looks like Jacob Marlowe is the only one shooting a back tension style release.
You might be right.
I'm not sure what Richard Bowen's shooting, but everybody else is shooting figures. Yep, Marlowe got him. Matthias Fullerton.
Getting on that thumb button.
Yep, smoked it.
Kyle Douglas, unknown puncher.
Yep, it's good.
Yep,
Kyle's
no
good.
problem.
Yep, Kyle's way good.
No problem. Kyle's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. No big deal.
Stefan as well, shooting a thumb trigger. Yep, smoked it. Two Danes are throwing down.
They are.
Have been all year. So Bazansky will be out because there are 30s above him. Same with Richard Bowen. Here, so this.
Bowen's shooting a hinge, isn't he? Yeah,
Yep,
he's shooting
yep.
a hinge.
So Bowen and Marlowe, the only two out there out of the 7 shooting a hinge style. So this one here, Diotali's got to hit to continue on his run.
Yep,
Smoked
no
it.
problem. So that was round 7.
2 more shooters out unofficially, but again, as I told you before, the judges need to have a look. The spotters are over on the left-hand side, so it is not absolutely certain that Mr. Bozansky's arrow is out because it could be leading in enough to touch.
So we'll see the official judge calls.
Bazansky taking a selfie down there with Stefan.
That's awesome.
Fullerton, 30.
Marlowe, Fullerton, 30s.
Douglas, 30.
Kyle Douglas with a 30.
Hanson, 30.
Stefan Hansen as well with a 30. And here you'll see Bazansky with a 29 most likely.
Joseph right now.
Bozansky, 29.
Yeah, Bazansky made a good run at it.
Great job.
Sure did. 7 ends.
Bowen, 28.
And Richard Bowen as well. 7 ends for Bowen.
Diotali, 30.
Okay, 2 down.
And a lot of the years prior, 7 ends, 6 ends. When Sergio won it was 1 end.
It's insane.
I mean,
this is round or end number 8. You won it in 7.
I won it in 7. I remember back at the Riviera days, Morgan London that was just out here earlier and Real Wild going probably 12, 13 ends, something like that.
No
Yeah,
kidding,
those
yeah.
two just, when one would miss, the other one would miss, and when one had hit, they'd both hit. So
This is Vegas 2024. The world famous
we may see the longest shoot-off ever here.
We could,
here in the South.
especially with the resumes of all 5 of the archers that are remaining.
3 foreign, 2 American.
Fullerton with confident shots. Stephen didn't like it.
But it was way good.
It was way good.
Way good.
And there was the shot that sent Joseph home.
And Richard,
Richard
they
Bowen.
know it. As soon as it fires, they all know it.
5 of the best shooters left, with nearly 4,500 shooters at this competition.
So we're down on day number 1 in the class for this Championship Compound Open. We had 284 archers competing in the class this year, and after day number 1, we were down to 73 with 300s.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Sorry, Chris. Would you miss your first arrow, your second end or something?
No, 3rd arrow of the 3rd end.
Ah.
Made
then-
for a long weekend.
And then we went to 43, and at the end of today, staying perfect, we're 27 archers.
Yeah, you can.
We're down to
Normally,
5.
normally every year it's about cuts in half every day. Pretty close. Jacob Marlowe starting off single arrow ends again. Yep, good one there by Jacob.
He was like, okay.
TS with the 10.
Smoked it. Everybody out there looks super calm, except for when Jacob shoots his arrow.
Yeah,
Then
right
it's
after.
like, whoa, but they're all good, so.
Kyle gets on the button, gets off the button.
There's a big flinch there.
Yep, low.
It's a little low. Could be good.
You got binos right next to you if you want to take a closer look.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
You can tell by his face.
It looks
there.
low to me, but again, it's
Stefan smoked it inside out.
No problem. Out of the world champ. So 4 buttons and a back tension release left.
Oh, that one's just out the
that's
bottom.
low.
That one's low.
What? No?
I think that one's just out the bottom. Marlowe got it. T is Fullerton. Full draw.
Diatali is from the albino perspective that we're high up. That one might be good.
Tyus got him.
I don't think Kyle's. I think Kyle's is out.
Yeah, it looked a little low, and he didn't like it after he looked through his binos.
Look at his and then go over to target 9 and look at Diatali's.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a line call.
Diatali's is, I believe, definitely out. Just out the bottom.
Okay.
Stefan smoked it. Kyle's is close.
How do you not think to yourself, how many more of these do I have to do?
Yeah.
Another low arrow.
That one's definitely a 10. So back to the top to finish out this end here. 3rd arrow for everybody. Marlowe's good.
Yeah.
Marlowe's in. Now everybody has to match that 30 points right there. Maddie does definitely good arrow.
Kyle with a 10. Yep.
Good there.
It's that first
So
arrow.
it looks like Stefan here for sure 30 has to hit this. Good, smoked it.
I mean, is even more than a half shaft out?
I don't think so.
Not even a half shaft. Got to keep fighting though. It's got to be a 10.
I think we're looking at the podium here after that end.
Could we whittle it down to just 3 archers?
Douglas has a 29, and they're saying that Ojas Diatali has a 28. The rest of the gentlemen have a 30.
Kyle's will come down to a line call.
The last word comes from Bruce. Marlowe, 30.
Benchmark score 30 for Jacob Marlowe.
Fullerton, 30.
Fullerton in with 30.
Gonna get a good look here on Kyle's first arrow. He's not liking it. He's shaking his head down there.
There's just, again, it's where the arrow's at rest, not the hole in the paper, but it just seems like that arrow is low.
Yeah.
Douglas, 29.
Douglas shot at 29. We're gonna be looking at a new Vegas champion.
Yep.
Never won before, either one of them.
Stephen Ants at 30. And now it's down to Diatali.
Diatali, 28.
28, missed 2 of them. Goes out in the 8th round. So 25 are gone of the original 28. It's down to the final 3 and the podium. Now the decision in what order and who is going to be a freshly minted, brand new Vegas champion. Now the pressure really starts to ramp up.
Yeah, knowing you're on the podium, kind of a little bit of sigh of relief after 9 ends. But everybody wants to win it. So.
And a huge round of applause for Kyle Douglas as he exits the field. As we look at those highlights and Jacob Marlowe going, okay, all right. Just looking up at the big screen, taking advantage of everything at his disposal. Shake of the hands. Every one of these archers knows how difficult it is just to shoot a 900, let alone to get 8 ends deep into being Vegas champion. So the world champion Tyler leaves the field to a round of applause. And now it's down to these 3.
2 Danes, Jacob Marlowe.
And a true American.
Floridian.
He's a Floridian, all right.
$58,000. One arrow at a time, arrow by arrow, left to right. Good luck.
Marlowe to start us off. Yep, got it.
And for Jacob Marlowe, he shot his 5th 900 here in Vegas and his 3rd in a row. He's trying to close the deal.
Yep.
Matty Fullerton, no problem.
You could tell as soon as it fired, he was shaking his head already. He knew it was there.
10.
Everybody's good after the first arrow. Marlowe's good, smoked it. You can definitely tell the crowd's behind Jacob right now. Yep. Good one. Everybody's good after the second arrow.
Stefan just seems so confident right now.
Marlowe got him.
Putting the pressure on the rest of the field.
Now we're gonna go to another end. Little tall, little tall.
Khrushchev is grabbing the binos, having a look.
I think it's good through the binos.
Okay.
That's the furthest one he has missed.
In forever.
Yeah. The whole time he's been out here.
Yeah.
Marlowe, 30.
30 for Marlowe.
Fullerton, 30.
Fullerton matches it. And
Out comes the pocket glass.
here comes the magnifying glass. Looks good
From
to
the
me.
binos, I thought it was good.
By the way, just a note here for the Vegas shoot. That was arrow number 27.
Hanson, 30.
Yeah, he got it.
Everybody got him.
Yeah.
I like how Bruce has to put the pause in there for dramatic
Yeah, he loves
effect.
it. Yeah, Bruce Call, he loves that.
Everybody's still in.
I'm more than happy to do this one more time, right?
Okay, so this is going to be end number 10. So after this is the full Vegas round.
Full Vegas
30
round.
arrows being shot.
And none of them have missed in 9.
No.
I don't know exactly what they shot that first and a regular scoring, if they were all X's.
Marlowe with the fist pump because he got him. And Hansen knew when he shot that one, like, oh, that was close. Got to look up there. Walking towards his target. So here we go for end number 10. Same scoring applies. 1 arrow per. The target's 20 yards down range. Shooting at a 40-centimeter target face. The innermost ring, the X, counts as 10. And Bruce Call trying to put pressure on the archers, just to remind them that it's $58,000 for the win.
He's just trying to get in their heads.
Yeah, he's trying. And Jacob's just like, can we shoot, please?
Arrow by arrow. X counts as 10. Good luck.
Jacob will start us off again here. Yep, good one.
The reason why Marlowe keeps starting us off is because he's the highest ranked archer remaining in the field. He had 81 X's in regular shooting.
No, he'd be the
the
lowest.
third. Sorry, the low one.
Yep, lowest always starts off.
Hansen had 84.
In the last couple of years,
Fullerton had 87.
In the years past, it's been the highest ranked archer on the left, lowest ranked, all the way on the right. But the last few years, they've been putting the highest ranked ones in the middle and then working their way out. So I believe Matthias is the highest ranked one.
He is.
Yeah, out of these three.
He had 87.
It looks good. It looks good
Okay, all right.
on the screen.
Okay. Spotters say it's a 10. Khrushchev says it's a 10.
Smoked it.
Shoots an arrow, then grabs a cough. Poor guy.
Yeah, he's been sick all weekend.
Ooh.
It still looks good.
He thinks it's good.
Yeah, Stefan's been wearing a winter coat down here, taking it off in between ends. Throughout the regular shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Smoked it. I believe everybody's still good. Depending on a couple calls,
That's 30 arrows. 30 arrows, 30 X's. I don't remember exactly what they shot, but I don't think any one of these three archers was out of the X ring on the first normal scoring end, which was end number 1.
I don't believe so either, but after this next end, it'll be 30 X's for sure.
Marlowe, 30.
Yeah, got it.
Jacob Marlowe's got 30. Crowd goes wild.
Fullerton, 30.
Matthias Fullerton still 30, and Stefan's you don't even have to look at. They were that good that end.
Yeah. All right, so let's remind you how we got here. We started with 28 archers, including our lucky dog, Nick Cappers. We had our first end of scoring was regular scoring, just like you would shoot normal Vegas round. The Big 10 ring was in play. We lost 0 archers out of the 28. We get to round number 2, or end number 2, and we went to only the baby 10 ring in the middle counts as a 10. We lost 9. And then our third round, we lost 6. By our fourth end, we lost 4. By our fifth end, we lost 2. We went into end number 6, we lost 0. And then we lost 2 in end number 7. We lost 2 again in end number 8. And we've lost 0 in end number 9 and end number 10. And here we are trying to decide the order of our podium. We know these three will stand on the podium together. The question is, who will be left to stand on top?
Archer to the line, arrow by arrow, X counts as 10.
Lonnie Jacob Marlowe kicks it.
Starts us off here.
And no one has left.
That one's good.
But I think maybe a little bit fatigue setting in because the mental pressure is unbelievable. Physically, all three of these archers can handle this all day long.
Yeah, physically you can, but when you're out there playing this mental game, it takes a toll on you. Quick.
10.
Smoked it. Again. If I was a betting man.
Don't
but
say
I'm
it.
not. Yep.
I mean, we have Elite with a back tension going against PSE with a thumb button, going up against Matthews with a thumb button.
10.
Smoked that one.
So much at stake here for each of these manufacturers. The advertising that'll go into showing people that they won Vegas 2024 is on the line.
A little bit longer hold here from Stefan.
Low hold and it's out.
He knew that too, but like I was saying, he held that one for a long time. So now pressure's on Jacob and Matthias. Yep. He's got to hit this. Matthias has to hit this.
If he doesn't,
Jacob
Marlowe's going to be
Marlowe.
champ.
Got
Got
it.
it.
Got it.
So we move on. So it looks like it's going to be Stefan Hansen who will be third. And we're down to 2.
That's why I'm not a betting man right there.
Yep. I know what you were going to say. And that was shocking.
Bruce is about to make it official.
For how center he was that whole shoot off. Just one little bobble.
Marlowe, 30.
Jacob Marlowe with a 30. Matthias Fullerton here with a 30.
And third place, Stefan Hansen with a 29.
Third place for Stefan.
Stefan Hansen, as of this moment, has just not had luck on his side.
He hasn't.
There's so many tournaments he's been to this winter. He's shooting so well. He's shooting that new Matthews title unbelievably well. But the finishes, I mean, yesterday was a good example in the 10K day shoot-off. He has those fatter arrows. He shoots inside out, and then Diatali ends up shooting inside out. They got to go to one arrow, and Stefan touches the line, and it's over.
And Lancaster, where he walks out and hits that 12 button, and I mean, shot insanely well and just didn't have luck on his side.
But for this guy, what an effort he put in, being sick all weekend long. Heart goes out to Hansen. What a performance. Fullerton, that confident look on his face. And then this one.
He knew it as soon as it fired.
That'll be rattling around in his brain for a while.
Yes, it will.
So we're down to 2. And once again, Marlowe begins. This is end number 12.
Smoked that one.
Yeah, it looks like he's wearing his shop hat.
Yes.
Is Jacob Marlowe.
10.
Yep, good one there from Matthias. Matthias went all the way through Niemes without missing one and got beaten a shoot off by Mikey.
With 150s.
With 150s. Marlowe's is good.
I know Marlowe's wanting this to be over quickly. Ooh.
It's good.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
yep, left side.
Just
That was
seemed
quick.
a little
It was
quick.
quick. Marlowe's good. Matty.
All those archery coaches out there going, see?
Matthias has to
Hinge.
hit this. Yep,
Quick one.
good one. Good one.
And number 12 in the books. I'm gonna run out of paper. This keeps
Yes,
going
you
this
are.
way.
Marlowe, 30.
Maybe they should just rock, paper, scissors.
For 58K.
Fullerton, 30.
Maybe you grab an arrow and throw it at the center, and whoever hits closest to the center just even puts a hole in the paper wins.
Just put a blindfold on him.
Yeah, there you go.
Shoot one arrow.
Yeah, turn the lights off briefly. That happened at Lancaster, and I was at full draw, and the lights went out, and they turned back on, and then I shot. That was the only 33 I shot of the day.
You kept it at full draw while the lights were out, or did you let down?
No, I left it on because it literally like flickered on and off. It was probably only off for like 2 or 3 seconds. It was weird. I was like, okay.
Shot a 33, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. Didn't shoot another one the rest of the day.
You were in the lead for a while.
Okay. Anyway, 2024 Vegas shoot-off for Vegas champion. Our last time at the South Point Hotel and Casino. And we are into lucky end number 13.
All right.
It's Jacob Marlowe.
To the line, same thing. X counts 10, arrow by arrow. Don't forget.
Against Matthias Fullerton.
15,000. Good luck.
58,000 for first, 15,000 for second. That is quite a jump.
And second place is not where you want to be at this tournament.
10.
Yep, inside out. Who's gonna blink first? Smoke that one. Yep, good one there. I'd like to be in Marlowe's position here, shooting first.
I actually agree with you on that one because you're setting the tone.
Yeah, because if he hits this, Matty has to hit it.
10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
To stay in. Yep. Ties 14, still in.
Okay. Can't imagine what that conversation is like right now between those two. Confirmation of Jacob Marlowe's 30. We're going to hang more targets. And they made it through end 13.
I think you were right about catching your flight out on Thursday.
Maybe.
You know, Bruce, at a certain point, these guys are just going to get to a point where they're just going to decide to split the money. You know that, right? It's inevitable.
Gonna come back and do it again, arrow by arrow, for the 13th time, 14th time.
14th time.
14th time.
As long as I didn't miss one, it's 14. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed one.
I don't think so.
It's been a long weekend. We provided tons of extra streaming over the course of the weekend here from the Vegas shoot for the first time. 3 championship lines. It was close to 8 hours of extra coverage, maybe 9 hours of extra coverage. And now we are deep into this match. This coverage started at 5:30. It's 8:15, so we're getting close to 3 hours on this one since the beginning of our broadcast. But this match has been going on. Now we're into the 14th end, and they had one end of practice.
Marlowe with a really good first arrow.
10.
Matched. Right back, both inside outs. Ooh, it's good though. He did not like that at all. Good one there.
I don't even know why.
he would say that.
Well, our audience didn't hear it, but it doesn't matter.
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Jacobs is, I think, well there. Yep.
Yeah, I think Marlowe's is fine.
Yeah.
And 14. Complete.
Let's express our appreciation for both of these great competitors.
Yeah, Marlowe's is for sure there.
Yeah, no problem.
For sure. Yep.
Marlowe, 30.
Crowd goes wild.
Fullerton, 30.
Oof. So that's what, arrow 42?
Without missing.
Without missing. Not including practice. That's in competition with $58,000 on the line. I know everybody wants to be in this position, but there are some of those shooters that are probably just shaking their head going,
Glad
wow,
I'm not.
I'm glad I'm not. Now, in terms of arrow volume, it's not like these shooters practice 30 arrows a day. I mean, physically, this is no problem. You know, we were at a tournament last weekend where your qualification was 60 and 1. You know, you shoot NFA 5 spots or 60 arrows. You're going to practice more than that. It's just a matter of training. Like, there's no way to train for the physical drain or the mental drain that this tournament would put on you as we head into our 15th end of competition arrows to decide who wins $58,000 at the Vegas Shoot 2024 and our last trip to the South Point Hotel and Casino. Plus, this crowd wants to know where we're going next.
That's why no one's left.
That and the pure appreciation for what these shooters are going through right now and what they are doing.
Yeah, there's a good one for Marlowe. Tyus with a good one. Ooh, that's out.
That's hot.
That's out.
Yep.
That's out the top.
Now it's up to the crowd not to overdo it, to mess up Fullerton. He handles that pressure
Smoked that
perfectly.
one. I think he knows.
Yep.
I think he knows that if he hits this one.
But again, it's where the arrow is at rest, not the hole. And Marlowe, he gets that one.
I don't think his top one's there.
There you go.
I think this is right here for the Vegas champion.
It could be.
Yep, smoked it.
Smoked it. We're waiting for this official call, but it could finally end on our 45th arrow of competition. And great on Matthias Fullerton for handling the pressure of the crowd after Marlowe's potential miss. Ooh.
They're looking at it close.
They are. It's so close. If there is any yellow.
Now, they're going to Maddie's target without calling Jacobs. I'm going to say they called Jacobs out. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Jacob Marlowe gets second place with a 29, and that means your 2024 Vegas champ is Matthias Fullerton. What a run for Fullerton.
What an incredible shoot-off.
It took 45 arrows for the shooter from Denmark to get it done. You want to talk about one adrenaline dump right now. Fullerton is going to enjoy this one and then sleep the hardiest he's ever slept in his life tonight.
He is mentally exhausted.
Pooped for sure. Chris Schaff, you understand the feeling that Fullerton is going through right now, whether it's 7 ends or 15 ends. He wants to leave it.
Yeah, definitely leave him in there for pictures. Yep.
An unbelievable achievement, a test of mental fortitude, resilience, coming months after a monstrous achievement in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico, winning the World Cup final. But tonight, you are the Vegas Shoot 2024 champion. Wow!
Yeah, honestly, it feels like I'm dreaming right now. So I think give it a couple of weeks and I'll be even more happy than now. I can't explain how I'm feeling. It's so crazy.
So Tanya Gelantine winning the women's division, you winning the men's. Clearly we can say out here tonight, Denmark is the nation of domination.
I'd say so.
And Matthias, just a question here, because you're always shooting second behind Lonnie. How much pressure does that add on top of the need to perform consistently throughout those 13, 14 ends? That's got to, I mean, he's always got to hit the 10. He's been hitting it consistently as well. What's it like to shoot in second position?
For me, I think it was kind of good actually, because you know, I was always expecting him to shoot a good X. So I was just always focused. Okay, before he even shot, I think, okay, he got an X. I'll shoot one more X then. So it was just like one error at a time. I think, yeah, I just kept the mentality that he would never miss.
Well, neither did you. And there you have it at 20 years of age. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Matthias Fullerton.
Chris Schaff, 2023 Vegas champ, looking at the 2024 Vegas champ. When did it hit you? Now let's go to Bruce.
Wait now, some people are already standing up. You guys want to know where we're going next year? All right. Well, guess what? So do I. But we're going to find out right now. Do we have a video ready? All right, let's go with the video.
In 1962, our little shoot was born. A small group of friends, of archers, in Showbiz City. Throughout 60 years, it has changed and grown. From humble beginnings and early attempts to establish an identity, we tested different rounds and plenty of names. But the Vegas Shoot found its first long-term home in the Tropicana, where Mr. Accurate shot the first Vegas 900, and entries hit 1,000. In the sands, the home team faced a new challenge, a foreign wave of talent pulled in by the lure of Las Vegas. No longer just a shoot, a world festival of archery. In the Riviera, the modern Shootdowns were born, and champion rings minted. Until 2012, and we moved here, from big to bigger, to world famous in this very arena. The Super Bowl of archery, they now call it. The greatest test of accuracy, of consistency, of determination. A gauntlet faced by only the grittiest of contenders and won by just the best of the best. But enjoyed by everyone. Thousands and thousands and thousands of archers brought together for a special and unmatched festival of the bow and the arrow that connect us. This shoot lives in Vegas, but it thrives all because of you. See you in 2025.
Let's give Ryan and Steve, oh yeah, a big round of applause. And everybody, take a good look. Where's our world champions? You see all those logos? That's where we're going next year. We're going to the Horseshoe, Paris, Planet Hollywood, and the Flamingo. All 4 hotels. Get ready. We're going to have a final that will be hard to believe. We're going to be in the old Zappo Theater in Planet Hollywood, where people like Britney Spears and all the country western guys played, holds 7,000 people, and they're all connected. Are you excited yet? I hope so. That's been a lot of work. Thank you all, and we're about to do some awards in just a minute.
Well, you heard it here. To the Flamingo, Planet Hollywood, the Horseshoe, and Paris. They're all connected. And we're going to be shooting in 3 of 4 of those venues. And where the finals will be held, right now, this finals venue holds 3,000 people, and we're going to a venue that holds 7,000. And it's going to be incredible. Now, the one thing I will say, if you're watching this feed, don't start calling and making your reservations just yet. They haven't announced the dates. But also, there's a little bit more to be decided. Well, that'll do it for us for our coverage of the 2024 Vegas Shoot from the South Point Hotel and Casino. We hope you were treated to some outstanding shooting over our 3 hours of coverage from the young to the championship adult categories. And Tanya Gelantine walks away champ. And after a 15-end battle, that one arrow seals the deal for Matthias Fullerton, your new Vegas champion. Thanks so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you in a year's time for the Vegas Shoot 2025.